Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to design a shirt inside Cricut Design Space. I'm only going to walk through the design and not the actual printing out, etc. of the shirt. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Give me 1 second. So we're inside Cricut Design Space, and I have a blank canvas here, nothing on my screen. And so one of the things I'm noticing is that a lot of people ask questions about slicing. So I'm doing a lot of slicing in these designs. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a circle. And in that circle, I want to have some breaks or some spaces. So the first thing I would do is I would take a shape. And of course, I'm going to work with a circle. And then I'm just going to enlarge that circle for a second here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate the circle. Now the second circle, I'm going to make a different color just so you guys can see it better. And I know I clicked on duplicate. I know I did. All right, so I'm going to change this to yellow so you can see it. And I'm going to bring it in just a teensy weensy bit because all I want to do is to create, I just want this black line. I don't want the inside of the circle. So that's how I'm going to get just the black line, is by slicing the middle of the circle. So I'm going to go up and just make sure that I have this centered. So I'm going to go center horizontally, and I'm going to highlight them both. Now you can highlight just by clicking in the white space somewhere on your canvas and then drag it over your items that you want to group together or bring together. And you can see they're both highlighted because they're shaded gray. So now they're not shaded. That means they're not selected. I click, I drag, and now they're both shaded. You can also click on one line and then hit the control, or the shift on your keypad or your keyboard, hit shift and then click the next line and it'll highlight that way as well. So remember, I told you it's more than one way to do a lot of these things in Cricut Design Space. So now that I have them highlighted, I'm going to go to the bottom right and slice. You're going to see the slice results here on the right. And what I don't want that yellow circle. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it and delete it. And I don't want that black circle. So I'm going to highlight that and delete it. And there is my circle without anything inside of it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I think I'm going to do like a square. And I'm going to make this square fairly small. So I'm going to change the proportions by unlocking that here on the left. And I'm just going to bring it in a bit. And I want to put about 8 breaks in this circle. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my square and I'm going to position this everywhere I want to break. But remember, you can only slice 2 layers at a time. So I'm going to take the circle and the square, and then I'm going to slice. Remember, your slice results are on the right. So if you have difficulty knowing what to select here, just look over to the right and you can see what you want. We want the circle that has a break in it, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this black square and delete it. And then we have this right here. And we have another piece here. There we go. And we're going to take that out. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to use what I have here. And I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try it. I'm just going to take one of the, no, I don't want to do that because then I know what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another square. I'm going to bring that square in. Remember, you can only use 2 layers at a time. And I'm going to unlock the proportions. I'm going to make that square the same width and everything as that previous square because I don't want to have, you know, my lines or my spaces to be, I want them all the same size. And there we go. And so since I'm going to need about 6 more of these, I'm just going to duplicate it. And that way I'll already have the, I don't know why when I click on duplicate, it acts like that. And you could use the same square over and over as well. So I'm going to come down and I am going to slice. Slicey wicey. I'm going to show you how I could use the same square without having to do multiples. And I know exactly where everything is where I want to move it. So remember, multiple ways you can do this. So I'm going to use that same square. And the only thing is just to, I don't know what Cricut is doing. Give me my square back. There we go. So I'm just going to shift this around and I'm going to take it where there is no break. And I'm going to use that same square to slice. Okay. And I'm just going to pull apart what I don't need. All right. So I can use that same square, shift it around, get it in a nice little spot here. And I'm going to highlight and slice. So the only reason I'm doing this way is just to show you that you can use the same shape as long as you have the black to cover it. Okay, of course you don't want to put it on a slice that's already been done. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be 5. And we're going to slice. And let me make sure that I got that up on that black and not. There we go. All right, we are cooking with gas. And still using that same square that I created the second time. I'm going to go on that thickness right there. I think I should have enough. And I'm going to bring that together and slice. Now, if it looks wonky, then that means I've overused this square and I need to get another one, but it looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring one of these in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to create myself 2 more slices. Cricut, I tell you, you make me want to scream sometimes. All right, so again, I got our circle and our square, and we're going to slice. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the little black lines. And I'm going to shift this to where I can get one more slice in here. About right there. Now, if you want to get particular about is it the same width and all that good stuff, knock yourself out. Alrighty. And slice. All right. And again, we're going to take these slices and get rid of those, get rid of that, and get rid of that. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We now have 8 slices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to images and I'm going to type in shrinks and search. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 and 2 and let's see, I'm trying to get some really cute ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little images. It's just taking a minute for Cricut, hopefully, to bring the images in because I selected so many at one time. And I'm just going to make these, I'm going to unlock the proportions and just make them smaller. And we're just going to insert them into our slices. I don't want it. I want it in the middle. All right. Keeping them all about the same size or so. Okay. And we're going to continue, or I'm going to continue going around adding. I might need to bring these on the outside. Let's take a look here. Okay, I'm going to turn them around that way. It might look nicer. And that way I can have part of it inside the circle. I definitely want the space in there. Okay. And I'm going to keep going. I really want this coconutty one. It's kind of cute. And all I'm doing is just making them small enough where I can get them inside the slice and where I have space in there. I do not want them on the line. Okay. And I don't want this one because it looked like they got a face in there. So I'm going to keep going. All right. So kind of sort of like that. And we're going to go ahead and make that one smaller. All right, so there we have it. We have that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some text inside. So what I'm going to do is highlight everything and group it. And let me see what my phrase is going to be. Drinking. Go ahead and place that inside. And all right, let's do I gotta learn how to spell, y'all. All right, so for around the, I'm gonna change the text to something else. And I'm gonna make it kind of funky, but not really a cursive type print. And something free. We love free. All right, so we're gonna say drinking around. So this is Alley Cat Bop. And this one is Alex Brush. And we're gonna finish it off with Alex Brush. So I'm gonna duplicate that, bring it down, and I'm gonna change the wording. To world, like that. And I'm also going to add a few little stars here. So I'm going to go back to images and I'm going to type in stars. And I'm going to add a few little stars in here. So let me see which one I want. Which one I want? Oh, what I want. Oh, those are kind of cute. So I'm just going to add a couple of little stars in here. Kind of mesh with the different colors that I already have. And we're just going to put those little stars in there like that, like so. And we'll take that one down a little bit. And we will add one down here. And there we have it, drinking around the world. You have created, and I'm going to group it all together. You've created your own design in Cricut Design Space using Slice in a different way than I've shown you before. You have your little words and everything. So now you have one complete, image here. And then, oops, didn't mean to do that. If you click on flatten, then that's going to give you a print then cut. And, you want to make sure that it's the right size for Cricut Design Space. And that should work. Let's just go ahead and bling it out to the full size. 6.75 by 9.25. And that looks kind of wonky. I don't want it to look like it's stretched. There we go. All right, so a couple of things you can do. You can print this screen using the print screen on your keyboard or your snippet or your Snagit. So I can hit the print screen key on my keyboard and then take a snippet of this. And then I'm going to jump over to PowerPoint and paste it. Just right click and paste it. And I can save this as Just going to put it on my desktop. I'm going to put it in my design folder. And I'm going to call it Drinking Around the World. Just like that. And now you can go over to Remove BG. That's your remove background that I've shown you how to use in a lot of the video tutorials. Upload that image. And see, we get it to remove the background for us, so that you can do it as a print then cut, or you can leave that on there. So I'm just showing you how to remove the background if you so choose to do that, because I did not show them how to. But I would use this as a print then cut and not as a cut file. I'm just going to pop this back over into my design folder. So yeah, you could take this, if you wanted to make it larger, take it outside of Cricut. But if the size in Cricut works for you, then you can leave it just like this. I would highly recommend that you print it out and then you actually, let's see what this is going to look like if we do an offset to it. So I'm going to duplicate it and see if it looks wonky. So we're going to go to offset and we're going to see what it'll look like. I don't like it. I don't like that offset. I don't like it at all. That's how I like it. Not at all. All right, so I'm going to show you something else you could do. We're going to cancel out of that because I don't like it. You could also just take a shape. I mean, you could cut it by hand, but you could also just take a shape and put it behind here. We're going to say moved back, sent back. And it's only looking like this because you can't see your black line. Your circle is black, so that's why you can't see it. So we're going to turn this to white. And of course you can make it smaller, but you could also do it this way so that, you know, once you put that circle behind it, of course you want to group. Oh, Jesus. I just highlighted both of them by accident. Okay, so what you could do is make that circle so that you could actually have the Cricut to cut this out for you. And by doing that, you know, you don't have to worry about Cricut trying to cut out these individual little pieces. So you could do it that way, and you can group it and then flatten, and it'll all be just one piece. Now you're not going to see the border there, but it is there. So we click on Make It. Today. And there you have it. There's your image. And if you're doing a t-shirt transfer, if it's a dark t-shirt, you want to make sure you do not mirror. If it's a light color t-shirt, then you do want to click the mirror. And yeah, you just go from there. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you're currently following me via my Facebook group, Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters, thank you so much, guys, for supporting me via Facebook. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it is a private group. Just send me a Facebook group request to Ken Dorsey's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And if you are currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you guys so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if not, and this is your first time seeing me and you like my method of teaching, and you would like to join my YouTube channel, then please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you for that. And guys, that's it. I will continue to show you as best I can what I know about Cricut Design Space, and even things outside of crafting in Cricut Design Space. I am more than willing and happy to share that with you. So if you have any other questions about slicing and dicing and all that good stuff, then I'm your girl. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you know, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have a great day.